thinking a lot about how to do this video, and I feel like a little chitty chat would be great. And I wanted to start off with an example what confidence is not. An example I had to learn the very, very hard way. When I was 14, I learned how to play the guitar. I taught myself how to play the guitar because I thought it was just the most gorgeous instrument. And little did I know that the guitar was going to play a huge part in my life. I started singing in front of people. I started making creative friends. I started writing songs. It helped me with my faith. I came to the UK, I joined worship bands, and eventually I wanted to pursue this even more, the singing, the playing the guitar. So I packed up my stuff and I went to Australia. When I got to Australia, I was pretty confident that I was a good guitar player and a good singer. Everyone around me said so why would I be doubtful? But then I got to Australia, and there were better singers and better guitar players. And sadly, the people that I was expecting to tell me that I'm a good singer, they never did. And very sadly, that had a detrimental impact on my self-confidence as a musician. And even more sadly, it had such a detrimental impact on my self-confidence as a musician that it's been years since I felt confident enough to play my guitar or sing in front of people. All because some people did not say that I was a good guitar player. Those are like my teachers, so, their words were important. But that is a clear example of what self-confidence is not. It is not about people telling you how good you are. Because if your self-confidence is in people saying you're good, what happens when they are silent? What happens when they don't acknowledge you? All of that goes out of the window. So I wanted to share with you something that I've learned about self-confidence in the past 6 months. About 6 months ago, I really felt like my self-confidence was probably in a really low place. And I wanted to change that. And it all started when I heard a quote from Mel Robinson. She said that most people don't have self-confidence because they can't trust themselves. They're flaking on themselves. And then and there, I decided that I was not going to flake on myself anymore. That I was going to become more intentional with how I was going to live my life. So I made a list of areas of my life that I cared about and that I was going to just try harder at. It started just as a to-do list, nothing more. But then I was like, okay, well, who am I going to become in these areas? So for my work, I wanted to become really organized. For my creative work, I wanted to become bold and inspiring and helpful to people. And then for my house, I wanted to create a space that was safe and welcoming and warm, with food and a tidy house and fresh laundry. And then for my self-care, I wanted to become a person that takes really good self-care. I wanted to become a person that takes really good care of herself. And then in my social life, I wanted to become a thoughtful friend, a loving wife, and a wise mom. And then in my devotional life, which is the 6th area of my life, I wanted to become devoted. I wanted to become faithful. Because I wanted those things, I said every day I'm going to wake up and I'm going to make a list. And I take those lists. I take them good. And it wasn't easy, but I said I'm not flaking anymore. I am not flaking. I'm going to stick to my word. whether I feel like it or I don't. Whether it's a good day or it's a bad day. If I said I was going to send this email, I was going to send this email. And if I said I was going to tidy my house, I was going to tidy my house. And there were days where I didn't tick all of the lists, but I took pride in the fact that I was trying. I was trying. And that brought about a sense of joy. And that brought about a sense of pride. But like good pride, like, you go girl, you're trying, I'm so proud of you. Look at you waking up early and reading your Bible. Look at you quitting social media and reading books instead. Look at you being on top of things at work and not feeling overwhelmed. Look at you feeling confident to try a new direction with your YouTube channel and actually going for it. Even though your subscribers are dropping like flies. Look at you turning up to a party where you don't know anyone because you love your husband and you want to be there for him. And all of that to say was that over the last 6 months, I managed to get something that I don't think I got before. Which is this inner feeling of I am so content with the way I'm living my life. And because of that contentness, I think there's just like a new confidence that's come out because I am happy with myself. It doesn't matter how else people see me because I am content with myself and I think I'm doing a good job. I think I'm doing a good job at work, and I think I'm doing a good job around the house, and I think I'm doing a good job with the people in my life, and I don't know, that contentness just sparked something in me. It sparked the freedom from what other people thought of me, and it sparked the freedom to already know who I am. So when I'm interacting with people, I'm paying attention to them. I'm not worrying about me anymore. Well, most of the times anyways. I'm not perfect. I'm on a journey. Because I proved myself over and over again that I could trust my word and that I could do the hard things, I feel more confident about the future. I feel more confident about taking on new challenges. And it was all because I have stuck to my word. And I think if there's anything that you can take from this video is that self-confidence is not from other people. So many people say, fake it till you make it. Self-confidence needs a well of something to be rooted in. And that well is you trying. That well is you sticking to your word. That well is actually aligning who you are with who you want to be. It's who, you need something from within. You need some sort of assurance that you can do this, that you can turn up in a room of people and talk to them, or that you can take on a challenge at work. You need it to come from within. It can't come from other people. If it comes from other people, you lose it one day when it stops coming. You need to be able to tell yourself, I got this. I got this. I got this. And it's a process and it's hard. It's so hard to stick to your own word sometimes because I think as humans, we're so used to disappointing ourselves. If I said to a friend, hey, I'm going to wake up early and I'm going to come and run with you, I would be doing that because I don't want to let them down and waste their time. But if I said to myself, hey, I'm going to wake up early and go for a run, it's so much easier to be like, oh, let me just snooze the button because it's raining outside. We're so comfortable with letting ourselves down. And when you say no more, when you say, if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. If I promised to myself that I was going to take more care of myself, then that means I'm going to do it. And when you learn that you can trust yourself, I think you walk differently in the world. I think you behave differently. I think you worry less about what people have to say, because who you say you are is good enough. And like I said, self-confidence is an ocean. I feel like I've barely scratched the surface, but I've learned this thing. I've learned the beauty of intentionality. I've learned the beauty of doing the work every day. And I've learned the massive impact that it can do to someone's soul. And I wanted to share that with you. I wanted to share that in order to grow in self-confidence, self-esteem, self-assurance, whatever you want to call it, it has to start with you in your own little room. It has to start with you making promises to yourself and keeping those promises. It has to start with you doing the hard things. It has to start with you being disciplined, not hitting the snooze button, getting up when you said you would, doing the work that you said you would do it. It has to start with you. And the more you do it, the more pleased you're going to be with yourself. And the more pleased you're going to be with yourself, the more you're going to just feel content. You're going to feel like, I got this. And I think self-confidence is a lot more than what I'm talking about, but I think it's a good start. Because now you are not relying on people to tell you you're a good singer, you're a good worker, you're a good friend. You know within yourself that you are. And self-confidence also comes from other areas, like feeling loved and knowing who you are and knowing whose you are. I think my faith has taught me a lot about it. When you are loved and when you feel loved, you act differently, you walk differently. When you know you've got a purpose in life, you walk differently, you act differently. When you know someone is taking care of you, you act differently, you walk differently. So there's a whole area there. But I wanted to share that with you because I wish someone shared that with me years ago, because maybe Australia wouldn't have had such a detrimental impact to who I am as a person, sadly. So if you want to be more self-confident, pick some areas of your life that you think are important to me. I want to thrive. I want to do my best in these areas, and make to-do lists around that area. If you want to be more organized your house, if you want to be more organized around your house, make to-do lists around that. Say every Monday morning I'm going to clean my house between 8 and 9 a.m. That's what I did. Every Tuesday I'm going to do a food plan, and every Wednesday I'm going to go and do the food shopping, and Thursday I'm going to do laundry, whatever it is. Break down who you want to be into actions and do those actions, and watch yourself become who you've always wanted to be. And watch yourself smile at yourself. Watch yourself be proud of yourself. Watch yourself get to know yourself more. Watch yourself have the confidence to say no. Watch yourself have the confidence to say, hey, look at me. I think I could handle more responsibility. Yeah, watch yourself do the hard things. And watch yourself be content in your skin and in who you are. And watch yourself be so keen to continue to grow and so keen to continue to just step into all of the things that you've always wanted to step into. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope this made sense. I hope. I felt like sharing this with the world, and I'm doing it because I feel like I can. See you in the next video. Bye.